Hi everyone, I'm back with a new video, a new automation, and if you are doing cold outreach, I know that you've been wasting hours on emailing startups who ghost you, who ask for discounts and say check back in 6 months. And the truth is your offer isn't the problem, but your targeting is. Startups in survival mode, they can't buy, but startups who just raised funding, they have the budget, they want to grow and they're ready to buy. So that's why we built this system inside of end-to-end that's going to find them, verify their emails and then reach out to them, all on autopilot, of course. If you find this useful or wants to use this for your business, I invite you to join our school community and download this to use for yourself there. If you're new here to this channel, I'm Magdalena. I'm the co-founder of Replic. I'm here to help you automate your entire outreach process with strategies and approaches that actually work. If you're interested in that, make sure to follow this channel for more and let's get started. Okay, so since we work with approaches that actually work, then it's super important before using any automation to understand the strategy behind them and why they work. So here's the problem. If you are doing cold outreach the old way, scraping random leads, writing emails by hand and chasing startups that can't even afford your service, you're burning time and energy on people who were never in a position to say yes to you. So they ghost you, they stall, they ask for discounts, and it's not because your offer sucks, but because they're broke, understaffed, or just not ready to move. So the solution here is to only target companies that just raised money. So when a company closes a funding round, seed, series A, B, or beyond, everything changes. Suddenly they have budget, urgency and a mandate to grow. They want what you are selling. Now imagine having a system that finds funded companies, verifies their emails and sends personalized messages all on autopilot. So this is exactly what we built inside of end-to-end. So you only talk to leads who can afford you and are ready to buy. So this is the flows that we built inside of end-to-end that I'm going to show you today. And this is what this flow does. This system scrapes companies that just raised funding, seed, series A, B, C, private equity, and you name it, and it verifies their emails, writes personalized messages and sends them automatically through Smartlead, and it runs on autopilot, of course. Every week it's going to pull fresh leads with funding, and this is the easiest way to sell automation services to startups who are scaling fast and are hiring fast. And how it works is that we use Apollo Scraper through Appify, scrape funded companies weekly based on funding rounds. So this is the scraper. Inside of Appify, Apollo Scraper, we can scrape up to 50,000 leads with this one. And then we're going to use zero bounce, verify all Apollo emails to keep your deliverability safe. So we're going to test if they're verified before sending them the email to keep your account safe. So this is zero bounce, it's accurate, fast and secure email validation service. Obviously you can use any tool for this, and this is what we have inside of our flow today. AI personalization, this is optional. Add personalized snippets about the company or funding news. We can use ChatGPT for this. And then we have Smartlead. We push everything to Smartlead for sending on full autopilot. So this is Smartlead to send all of your emails on autopilot for you. And all of this is handled inside of end-to-end with zero manual work. And why this works is because companies that just raised money are actively hiring, they're looking to grow faster, already spending on tools and services. So I really hope this makes sense to you. If you want to talk to businesses who can afford you, then this flow is for you. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to run this automation by running it live for you. Okay guys, so let's play, and this is my favorite type of game because when I push the button it's going to bring me money. So this is what we built inside of end-to-end. So I have 3 flows for you. I have this one and this one for you today. So in the first one here we have a schedule node that's going to pull fresh data every week, and this is something you can change of course after your liking if you want days, weeks or months. And then we also have the Apollo search that we are pulling data from, and whenever we have the right search query then we're going to launch Apollo lead scraping, the Appify lead scraping that I showed you. So what we basically are pulling data from here is the Apollo search. So if we go to Apollo and then we go to fundings inside of people right here, and then we're going to select all of the different funding series here. So when we have selected all of these funding options, you can see that we have a bunch of new data right here. And since having all of this is giving us way too much data, we're going to input a last funding date. So here if we put 1st of June, for example, to today's date, you're going to see that we are not going to find any data. And this is because Apollo is only giving us data 3 months back. So I'm going to show you an example from March and until May. And so here is an example, and here you can see all of the different leads that we're going to scrape data from. So this is basically what this first flow is doing. We're going to pull fresh data every week, and then we're going to use this search query that we have input right here. And here you can see that you can change the dates as you like. Here we have the 3 months back, and then we have new fresh data that we're going to add each week here. And once we have this search query, then we're going to launch Apollo lead scraping. So now I'm going to start this flow to show you how this works. And in the second flow right here, we're going to retrieve all the Apify results when done. If the search contains no results, it's going to log the error inside of the sheet. And if they have leads or company search, it's going to then add it inside of our sheet right here. So this is going to be automatically added for us in just a couple of seconds. And now the automation just added all of this information inside of this Google Sheet by itself. And here we have all of the information, as you can see. And in the third step here, we're going to retrieve all the leads to process. We're going to limit the leads to 100 leads at a time. And then we're going to loop all of this over time. So we use zero bounce, as I showed you, in order for us to validate the emails before actually sending it, to protect your deliverability. And then we have the email bounce check. If the email is not validated, we're going to log the error inside of the Google Sheet for you. And if it's validated, we're going to move through to the next step here, where we're going to personalize the message after each of your leads. So here you can see that we have a very simple personalization, but if you want to have a more advanced personalization, you can add an enrichment tool and then add more information inside of the sheet. And then you can use that extra information to put into ChatGPT to personalize the email even more adapted to each of the leads. And then we're going to send everything into Smartlead on autopilot and then add everything inside of the Google Sheet again, so that you can follow all of the leads journey. So now I'm going to start this third flow, and it's going to run live for us here, and this is how it looks. And after it's being done, we should then see the new leads inside of Smartlead. And now I just ran a few inside of the sheet. I only scraped 500 leads, and this is going to be 50,000 leads if you use the normal scraper as mentioned, but I limit this inside of this example right here. And here you can now see that we also have verified the emails and sent it to Smartlead. So inside of Smartlead, I didn't have any leads. If I refresh here now, you can see that the system pushed all of this data on autopilot for us. And now the campaign is paused. If the campaign would be running, it would be sending all of these emails for us on autopilot. So if I edit this campaign here, you can see that all of the different emails are going to be adapted to each of our leads. So I really hope you see the power of this automation that's going to run on autopilot for you, pushing fresh data every single week, verify the emails, and then send the emails without you needing to touch it. And instead of spraying and praying, you're actually going to reach out to companies you know have the money to afford what you're offering. So no more guessing, actually reaching out to relevant leads for you. So if you see the power of this, you want to use this for your own business, I invite you to join our school community, where I upload flows and AI agents every single week for you to use in your own business. So we started this community for salespeople, entrepreneurs, or business owners who are losing deals because they don't know how to use tech or automations to scale their business. So we already built all of these automations for you. All you have to do is to join, download this JSON file, upload it, and use it for yourself. So if you're struggling with tech and automations and falling behind because you don't have the skills, I invite you to join now, because prices increase each 10 members. I really hope you find value in this video. If you do, please comment and like this video down below. I look forward to talk to you again in the next video with a new automation. Have a good week. Bye.